What's up, guys? It's Benny. Trump derangement syndrome is not recommended by doctors. Look at what it does to your body and soul. Kathy Griffin before Trump was elected in 2024. Here's Kathy Griffin today. Ha! Ah! Why does Kathy Griffin look like she died and then was somehow brought back to life by unnatural means and is now just wandering the earth? This is terrible. We hope she gets the help that she needs. Maybe she also needs to flee the country. Not sure. Tons of her other childless, unhappy, left-wing, harpy, boomer lady counterparts are definitely doing that. Kathy Griffin, much like Rosie O'Donnell and Keith Olbermann, has begun to develop a very corpse-like appearance. Yikes! It's not just her. There are so many examples of this. This is what George Lopez looked like before Trump derangement syndrome. Just kind of, a guy, and dude, like a dad. And this is what George Lopez looks like now, which is like you're like a homeless person who is living in a tent, in like a piss-soaked tent, sleeping on newspapers, and somebody paid you $1 to play George Lopez. That's what this is. That's what's happening here. What's going on with these people? And ladies and gentlemen, now it's Rosie. Rosie O'Donnell, who famously skipped off to Ireland, merry old Ireland. And remember, these left-wing libs, they only flee to majority white countries. They only flee to actually the whitest of white countries in the safest of safe nations. They'll never go to Haiti. They'll never go to Africa, even though they claim that that's the number one populations that they wish to bring into this country. They'll never go there. From Ireland, Rosie O'Donnell has become quite unrecognizable. Rosie O'Donnell credits a drug, Monjaro, for dramatic weight loss and stuns fans with slimmed down appearance. Let's look. Yikes. Is this supposed to be a positive thing? I'm not sure. This is the good Rosie? What the hell's going on? I can't believe this is me, says Rosie. Huh? Wait, she posted this? She looks like she's wasting away. This is probably based on years of President Trump making comments like this.
You don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs, and disgusting animals. Your Twitter account...
Only Rosie O'Donnell.
No, it wasn't. Your Twitter
and the crowd goes wild. Well, can Trump even make that joke? Can Trump even make that joke anymore about the pig and the slob? This is one of Trump's best punchlines, right? Trump used this regularly about Rosie O'Donnell. Trump went to war with Rosie O'Donnell in a way that he hasn't gone to war with anyone, not Barack Obama, not Hillary Clinton. I mean, if you go back into the archives, the real bangers.
It's disgusting. I mean, both inside and out. You take a look at her, she's a slob. She talks like a truck driver. Rosie attacked me personally because I was very happy when her talk show failed. The other thing that failed, and this was a real monster, and everybody was suing her, was her magazine. Her magazine called Rosie was a total disaster. So I loved it. I gloat over it. I think it's wonderful because I like to see bad people fail. Rosie failed. I'm happy about it. She's basically a disaster. Well, she called me a snake oil salesman. And, coming from Rosie, that's pretty low because when you look at her and when you see the mind is weak. I don't see it. I don't get it. I never understood. How does she even get on television? I believe Barbara made a terrible mistake putting her on, and I think Barbara's probably paying a big price. If I were running The View, I'd fire Rosie. I mean, I'd look her right in that fat, ugly face of hers. I'd say, Rosie, you're fired. We're all a little chubby, but Rosie's just worse than most of us. But it's not the chubbiness. Rosie is a very unattractive person, both inside and out. Rosie's a person that's very lucky to have her girlfriend. And she better be careful or I'll send one of my friends over to pick up her girlfriend. Why would she stay with Rosie if she had another choice? She's trying to use ABC and The View to get even with me. But with me, we fight back. I'll probably sue Rosie because she doesn't tell the facts. As an example, I'm worth many billions of dollars. Now, she said I was bankrupt. I never went bankrupt. So probably I'll sue her because it would be fun. I'd like to take some money out of her fat ass pockets. I actually think they ought to look at her whole life and see where she's coming from, because I think she's got some very deep-seated problems. Perhaps it should be Rosie that goes to rehab. Rosie is a loser.
Okay, so makes me really happy that man is our president. Let's go ahead and find the actual post. This is Rosie's Instagram account. It has 639,000 followers. It is verified. This is the real Rosie O'Donnell Instagram account. And here it is. This is from 1 week ago. The first comment, Kathy Griffin. I love that you're doing stand-up. Jeez. She looks terrible. There's a way where you look like you can get skinny and maybe look like healthier. But there's also a way that you get skinny and you just look super sick. You look like Joe Biden. You look like you're just like wasting away, like everything becomes pale and gaunt. And you're just not healthy anymore. Speaking of, Rosie O'Donnell says millions will starve if Republicans pass their big, beautiful bill. Millions will starve, says Rosie. Okay. A little too on the nose there. Is Rosie starving? She says millions will starve, millions will go hungry, and then she's over here bragging about her medically induced weight loss, which looks horrible, by the way. Weird messaging. Rosie O'Donnell is saying all this on TikTok.
So many marginalized people in our nation, millions of people, are going to go hungry. Millions of people are going to die early for not getting their medication. Millions of people are going to suffer as a result of the big, beautiful bill. So for God's sakes, call your senators right now and tell them, talk to some Republicans, get the ones you've known for years and take them out to lunch and go, listen, dude, do you get this? Do you have a grandmother? Do you know what this is going to do to all the elderly in this country? Do you have any understanding of what's at stake? Like, you know, this is the most blatantly corrupt thing that Mango Mussolini has ever come up with. Honestly. Very infuriating.
Maybe we should put Rosie O'Donnell in charge of bringing young men back to the Democrat Party. That seems to be a topic right now. She's so worried about underprivileged people, yet Rosie O'Donnell has a net worth of $80 million. I've never seen her do anything charitable, ever. Rosie O'Donnell had to take a loss on her New York City penthouse. She was only able to sell it for $3.25 million after fleeing the United States. Look at look at the horrible life of Rosie O'Donnell. Look at this. Her penthouse only had one spiral staircase in it. That's it. Look at her view. I mean, it's not even overlooking Central Park. Look at Rosie now in Ireland, forced to beg and panhandle for food because she's only worth $80 million. Wow, look at the rooftop of her penthouse. It only had one Barbara Streisand mural. Goodness. And only one bathtub with sushi on it. So sad. Private pain. Rosie shares her private pain and personal cost. Well, it must not have made that big of a dent. People are so sick of it. They're so tired of these mewling, bitching, insufferable celebrities talking about how bad life is here. But I'll say it, and it'll get me in trouble. I respect it. I respect Ellen. I respect Rosie. I respect all the celebrities who fled. Thank you. Like, now you need to burn your passports. You need to give up all your American citizenship rights. And you say, I'm done with this place. I do. It's so much better for you to just leave than for us to have to deal with you here. And that's great. I mean, it's great. Take Beyonce and Lizzo next. Eminem. Shouldn't they all be gone now? Amy Schumer, how many times has she promised she's going to leave? Like, please, I'm begging you. Make our day. Rosie O'Donnell, unrecognizable in a bad way, but at least she's getting She's getting boom, clap, hallelujah by Kathy Griffin. What a world. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want Rosie and all of her celebrity friends to leave America permanently, then please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. It's our goal.